Hi guys, g'day. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Ivan, and I'm out here having a bit of a wild bush camp in a remote spot, probably about 3.5 hours from where I am, from my place. So I'm just making the trek into camp now. It's probably just under 1 kilometre in, not too far, but really excited for this solo weekend getaway. I've been having this place on my bucket list for quite a while, and now that I've got a long weekend here in Sydney and I've taken some time off, I managed to get a bit of a solo trip in. So yeah, follow me along, and I hope it's a good one. Cheers. I've never been on this trail before. It's a first time. I'm really excited. It's nice to just get away and enjoy some serenity in such a beautiful spot. Walking trails here in New South Wales, you got to be careful that you walk around these nests full of ants. I've had the luxury of accidentally standing on top of one and realizing I aggravated the whole nest once, and they all came running out. Luckily I wasn't bitten, but probably would have been a bit painful. But yeah, it's got to watch where you walk, I guess. If my map reading skills serve me correct, just over the drop here will be the river, which I plan to camp somewhere close to for the weekend. I suspect when it rains it fills up pretty good here. You can see some wood piling up, tree branches. Out here walking just towards the side of the river here, and I'll show you what I've seen. It's probably a wombat hole. So I think we've got probably a wombat down there. We've probably got a trail running that way. So steer clear of him. Bit of a animal skeleton there. No matter where you go, even if it's in a remote national park, you still get litter bugs. So, I don't know, someone's obviously enjoyed some Easter chockies. We'll take these home with us. If you're out in the bush, guys, leave no trace. So today I'll be using my Gear Top Pyramid one-person tent. It's a 3-season tent, but it's currently autumn here, so we probably won't get down much past 5 degrees Celsius tonight. So it'll do just fine. This is a trekking pole tent, guys. I was going to pitch the tent there. We've got a big, possibly a funnel web hole. I don't want to do that. Alright guys, so I've found a spot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch there. It's about 2.5 meters away from the fire, which is good. There's not much wind now, so it should be alright. I think that could be a funnel web spider, so I've decided to just put a square around it, just so in the middle of the night I don't go wandering and tread on it. As I said, this is a one-person tent. It'll fit my my sleeping mat. I got a nice fire there, and we've got the river running along the back here, which is pretty good. So I'll give you a full view if you can see that. There we go. Usually the pegs you get with tents, I've noticed, sometimes aren't always the best, but these ones weren't too bad. I've used them a few times, and they hold up pretty well. Now, we're probably likely to get probably a 40% chance, probably less than a mil of rain though, so should be alright. These trekking pole tents work pretty well. They're good because you can generally reduce your weight to carry. You don't have to carry those big heavy poles. I mean, the catch is you're still carrying trekking poles. But if you use trekking pole, you're doing alright. It's not too bad. I tend to use a trekking pole. My knees aren't as strong these days anymore. So that's basically it. I mean, you know, if we weren't expecting any rain, I'd probably just pitch it like this, and just sleep in it like that. But if we got rain coming, I'll set the whole thing up. Guys, all set up. A lot of coverage in case it does get some rain, and yeah, pretty straightforward. It took about 5 minutes, and I was taking my time. 5 minutes there's no rush. Alright guys, so I'm going to set up my sleep system now. So I've got a Trekology Ultralight 80 pad. The reason why I like it is because I'm a side sleeper, and it's thick. It's about 10 centimeters thick, but it packs down super small. Inside here I have the sleeping pad, the Trekology Deluxe pillow, as well as a pump inside here as well to pump it up. That's electric pump too. And for my sleeping bag, I've got the T.A.S Patrol Mark IV. This is quite a warm sleeping bag. It's the first time I've been out here, apparently where I'm staying at the moment. Just flip the camera around. It can get pretty unpredictable with the weather. It's supposed to get down to about 5, maybe 6. But when the weather says that, often it drops a little bit below that in some areas. So this one goes down to a comfort rating of 0 to -5. So it's probably too hot on most days. But you always got to shave off some degrees with these things. So if it gets down to 0, I'll probably be okay. I generally don't like to sleep with too many thick clothes on, so this should keep me nice and warm. So I'll go ahead and set that up. Here it is. This is the, as I said, the Trekology Ultralight mat. I've slept with this a number of times. And same thing, the Trekology Deluxe pillow. The reason why I like this is it's got like a nice soft coating to it. And here's a micro pump. I think it's called a tiny pump. I have no intention of wanting to use those big airbags that blow up your air mattresses, but genuinely this is like so tiny. I think I've charged it once since I've got it, and I've pumped this thing up 10 times. This mat up like 10 times, and it hasn't even run flat. I just charged it just in case. But it works well. So I just lay it out and switch it on, and I let it do its work. Rather than use those big airbags that pump up the air mattresses, I just prefer to use this. It takes probably 1.5 minutes to do, and I don't get puffed out, and it takes up no space at all. It's a valuable piece of kit. Highly recommended. I think I got it on Amazon, probably 50 bucks Australian, so it's worth buying. So yeah, as I said, this is the T.A.S Patrol Mark IV. This is the first time I'm going to use it outside. I literally just bought it not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, so it's the first time I'm using it. I found it very difficult to find reviews on this online, but for the warmth ratio versus the size, you really can't go wrong. But the thing I liked about it and what drew me to it is it's 2000 millimeter head waterproof, I believe. And it's got a built-in mozzie net, so if you ever want to kind of camp outside just straight under the tarp and you don't have yourself a bug net, this has got one built in. And it packs down small for the size, so I won't bother taking the bug net off, but I'll just unzip it later on when I go to use it. And that's it. That's home for the next day. Woo! Alright guys, well, I've been fluffing around for a few hours now. It's 10 to 1 in the afternoon, and I'm feeling like a cup of tea. So I thought I'd get the kettle out and get myself on a cup of extra strong tea. I love tea. And I've collected some firewood, so I won't put it on a fire during the day. I think I'll just wait till probably more in the afternoon as the sun starts to go down, when I start preparing dinner. And in the meantime, I thought, yeah, make myself a cup of tea and probably get out the Bible and have a bit of a read, and give thanks to the good Lord for getting me out here and connecting to the land. And yeah, just enjoying a good weekend. So I'll get the kettle going. There's no water around this location. That's looking at an ant's captured a spider. The ant won. Yeah, there's no water that you can kind of like collect around here as far as a tap or anything like that. It's counted as remote camping, and they recommend that you don't use the creek for water. I've got water filtration kit, so I could filter water as far as, you know, microbes and things are concerned, but I think it's because they've got wild pigs and dogs and things around the area, so they do a bit of baiting. I suspect it could be that. Potentially the water's got chemicals in it, and a water filter won't get that out, which is unfortunate, because I would have liked to have had to probably lug in less weight, you know, with the 3 litres of water that I did. But, you know, nonetheless, it works out pretty well, because I still got enough water. I'm only here for a day anyway, so I probably don't foresee going past 3 litres anyway, between, you know, cooking a bit of food and keeping hydrated. It's not hot, it's relatively cool. I did build up a bit of a sweat coming in and setting up camp, so I thought I'd just take my flanny off and let my back dry before the temperature starts to drop. But look guys, I'm going to enjoy this cup of tea and enjoy the coolness of the weather and the breeze, and yeah, get out a book and have a bit of a read. Cheers guys. Sorting out my my wood for the fire for later on, because it's best I get all the camp chores done now, so that when it comes time to cook and kick back and wait for the sun to set, I'll have everything ready. So just thought I'd cut up some of the thicker logs, just because it's, you know, I don't want to have them so long sticking out. I want to try and keep it a small fire. I don't really want to exceed the existing rim of the fire, just to keep it safe. It's not really too windy out here, but you know, best to be safe than sorry. You know, we've had way too many bushfires in Australia, and although it's certainly not summer here now, you always got to be safe, particularly in the Australian bush, for those who are watching outside of Australia. So I'll just get all my wood set up, you know, just getting into all the different bundles, so when I go to start my fire, it's just easy to kind of grab and, yeah, just take my time and enjoy some outdoors. It's good to kind of get out. This is the second camping trip for the year. I'd certainly like to do you know, more than that more often, but some sort of a fungi or something on there. Yeah, I'd certainly like to get some more done more than that, but you know, work sometimes catches up, and with a family and, you know, 3 kids, sometimes it gets a bit busy. Look, it's more plastic, more rubbish. I'm collecting it all just in a pile here, and I'll take it out with me. But yeah, it's good to get out. Alright guys, got all my wood set up. Baby spider. Got all my wood set up. I was just kicking back, and I'll show you the wood pile. Got all the wood set up. I got some, I was hoping there was going to be some stringy bark or something to use to help with fire starting. Doesn't seem to be. There's a lot of casuarinas around here, but the pines, the pine needle things on those tend to smoke quite a bit. So I got some of this bushy grass. I'll rub that together and increase some surface area and get some fire there. I've got my bundles of wood from kind of small to big. And then yeah, I was just kind of kicking back here. I almost felt like I wanted to have a bit of a nap, but just kind of put my hat down and, you know, have a bit of a nap. But then I was thinking I might have some, I'm saving lunch. I'm not super hungry. I was just gonna have some trail mix. It's got some nuts and some, I don't know, dried fruit and stuff inside there. And then I'll wait for dinner because I've got some nice stuff to cook for dinner instead. And I thought I'll wait for my appetite to increase a little bit more, and I'll just enjoy dinner instead. And I might kick back and play some cards, play a solo game of cards. And yeah, I've been listening to some Juzzy Smith in the background, and Xavier Rudd, two of my favourite Aussie artists. Yeah, and just kicking back, enjoying the sound of the water in the background. It's not a bad spot. I don't quite mind it. Where I've come is a canyony kind of area, and I haven't been to this spot before. I was kind of hoping that I'd probably see a lot more of the big rocky outcrops and the escarpments of the canyon kind of area. But I mean, I did an aerial search before I came here and had a look on the aerial satellite maps of Google and Cal Topo, and it didn't look too kind of canyony anyway. So I knew there was some mountainy hills around it, but I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a view of the river. But look, nonetheless, it's still a nice spot. It's good to kind of kick back and just, yeah, unwind. Just unwind. So I'm going to enjoy some trail mix and probably play some cards. I don't play too much cards by myself. I think the only solo game I know how to play with cards would be Solitaire from the old computer game. So I'll probably mimic that with the deck of cards. So cheers, guys. So I couldn't quite remember how to set it up as far as how many cards you got to start with. So I just started with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'm just playing as normal. Yeah, it still works. You know, I just keep going through as you normally would. I think this is the only game I know how to play when I used to play it on PC. When I had Microsoft computer growing up as a young kid. So that's it. So I just worked my way through, and I think I was supposed to take a Joker out, wasn't I? Doesn't matter, we'll leave him in there. Ace, right? So that can go there. That's good. And now I think my memory serves me correct. It has to be, see, that 2 can go there, and I could do a black spades 2 on there. So you got it all by colour and by suit. See, an ace, and I can put an ace there. So now I've got to get a 2 of hearts to go on top of that one. And I can put these 4 here. I can put the 3 here. I can flip this over. I've got a 4 there. I reckon I can put that 3 here. And then flip that over. And 2 of, there we go. 2 of spades. 3 of spades can go there. And I can put the 3 of diamonds there and the 4 of diamonds there. That's it. I think I worked it out. And now I just keep playing. Not a bad view to play a game of afternoon solitaire. Alright guys, so I've just been kicking back and just enjoying some tunes. I've had another cup of coffee listening to the birds in the background, listening to a few harmonica beats. I'm actually trying to teach myself how to play the harmonica. So I won't be playing to you guys because you know, I'm certainly no harmonica expert. Still an amateur. Just I can probably play, you know, 1 or 2 notes. But you may see an appearance of me doing a bit of practice at some point. But look, it's getting on to about 3:30. I've just been, you know, fluffing around for the most part. Just kind of enjoying camp, enjoying the sounds of the birds in the background. I've been keeping an eye on this spider on the back here. I'm trying to work out what kind of spider it is. I'm certainly no spider expert, but I've worked out. I'm certainly confident it's not a funnel web, unless of course when I show you, one of you guys go, no, that definitely is. But I'm 99.9999% confident it's certainly not. I'll show you what it is anyway. So I don't even know what kind of spider it is, to be honest. But it's just kind of like, it comes in and out of the, just gone back in its hole. But yeah, look, it's, I don't know. I think this slug's probably going to make its way to become dinner at some point. If it keeps like tempting fate on this spider hole, we might end up seeing a slug be eaten for dinner. So it's getting a bit overcast. But what I've realised, the way that I've positioned my tent here, which will be nice when I wake up tomorrow morning, is because the sun's setting in that direction, naturally it's going to rise in that direction. So in the morning when I wake up, I'm going to have the sun creeping through my tent, which would be nice to wake up to. So get a nice sunrise. I probably suspect there'll be a lot of fog here tomorrow morning when I wake up, and I'm probably going to try and wake a little bit early, just so I can go and explore the rest of this national park a little bit. I'll probably walk the trail back to the car, and then have a bit of a drive around on the trails again for an hour or so. Maybe just check out some of the other areas, scope out some places for some additional camp spots next time, and then I'll head off. But yeah, probably in about half an hour, I might get the fire on and start cooking up some dinner, which will be good. Right guys, well it's 4:30 in the afternoon. I've got about half an hour of sunlight left, so I thought I'd get the fire going and put some dinner on before the sun goes down, so I'm pretty excited. So because I don't have stringy bark here, I've just got a bit of a fire starter that I made before. Alright guys, got the fire going. So I'm gonna just attend to the fire. I don't need a very big fire. I'll just let it build a bed of coals, and then I'll put the grill on top, and we're gonna start getting some dinner ready, some dinner cooking. So I'll wait for these woods to burn down, form a nice bed of coals, and then we'll get going. So I'm just gonna sit by the fire and tend to it for a little bit. One of the good tips is if you're trekking, obviously it's a good idea in Australia to have snake gaiters, and I actually use a pair called the Bushbuck. I can't remember the version of the Bushbuck, these gaiters, but these are quite good gaiters, but they also make a good chair. So as the ground starts to get a little bit damp from the coolness in the air, it's obviously a good idea to have something to keep your ass off the ground so you don't get too wet. So they make a good chair. Look, I'm excited for dinner. I've actually got some garlic and herb kangaroo steaks. So I'll be cooking these over the fire. I haven't actually cooked kangaroo over the campfire before. I've cooked many other meats, but I haven't cooked kangaroo. Kangaroo is one of those meats here in Australia that it's a very sustainable meat, and the reason why is they don't actually farm kangaroo here in Australia. So every kangaroo that you obviously buy from the store to eat is wild caught kangaroo. So it's a very good meat, good lean meat, and yeah, I've got some seasoned with garlic and herb, so I'm keen to cook that. I've got some mushies, a big portobello mushie to cook with it as well, and we'll see what else I've got in the tucker bag to cook up as well. So stick with us, guys, and we'll get cooking soon enough. I've got this fire going. It's just burning down now to a bed of coals, and just got the tucker bag here. I've taken out some of the items I'm going to be using. So I've got a big portobello mushroom here. I think that's what they're called. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but what does it say? Portobello mushroom. It's a nice big one here. I'll chop that up. Got a Turkish bread here, and in here I've got some kangaroo marinated in garlic and herb, and a bit of a tasty cheese rice. So I won't be cooking the whole thing. I'll probably just make a little bit of that, and a little bit of butter here just to help me cook. I was planning on bringing, let me just turn this around. I was actually planning on bringing some onions and tomatoes and making a kangaroo steak sanger. But as it turns out, like sometimes what happens when you get out in the bush, you realize you forgot your onion and you forgot your tomato. Oh no, I've got some lettuce in here too. I've got some rocket. Some rocket's going to be also put on top. So you know what, I might actually make a kangaroo steak sanger. So let's do it. We'll have portobello mushroom, mushies, some kangaroo, and some rocket. And we'll see how we go. If I'm still hungry after that, which I probably won't be, we might cook up the tasty cheese rice. So let's get it on, guys. It's nice and hot. Let's put this kangaroo on there. Hopefully that stays hot. So we'll cook that kangaroo there, and then in the fry pan on the side, I'll put some mushies in there. Alright, guys, the kangaroo's cooking slowly. Had to load up some more wood on there just to kind of get some more fire going. Wasn't cooking just hot enough that I wanted it to be, but yeah, it's gonna have that nice smoky fire taste to it. Let's zoom out here and give you a bit of a view. Alright guys, well I'm going to get to cooking properly so I don't lose my fire in my food, and I'll show you when it's done. Cheers. I've got these mushies cooking a little bit of butter. Got the first kangaroo steak there, probably 60% of the way through. Let's cook off these mushrooms in the butter, and we'll have a bit of a feast. I have a suspicion the first kangaroo steak might be done. I don't want to overcook it because these mushies are already done, so we'll put that in there like that, and we'll let that fire build back up so we can have a bit of bush telly later. But we'll come over to the camp kitchen. Look at this 5-star camp kitchen right here, guys. That's what it's all about. Get rid of the ant. I don't want to get bitten on the ass while we're cooking dinner. So yeah, we've got the kangaroo steak here, the fried off portobello mushroom in some butter. I've got some rocket in here, and I've just sliced up this turkey bread. So I'll put actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly toast this turkey bread just a little bit. Turkish bread, not turkey bread. Get this Turkish bread just slightly toasted there, get a nice smoky flavour on it too, and I'll butter it up, and we'll get it stacked, and and get me fed. Alright guys, I've just cut open this kangaroo steak and it is juicy. It's not overcooked at all, it's just right. Probably could have been a tad pinkier on the inside, but no fear. Oh mate, it smells divine. If you could smell, if we had smell-o-vision on here guys, you would be mouth-watering right now. Alright, so we got the Turkish bread off. We'll get a little bit of butter on it. Sorry guys, I don't have a tripod, so you're gonna have to bear with me just a tad while I try and do this one hand. You get the idea. I'll probably fix it up off camera, make it look good for you guys at the end. But get a bit of butter on there. I don't have a chopping board yet. I've got to get myself a chopping board. I was going to kind of make one up, but I thought, oh, I can probably get one from somewhere. That'll make everything pretty easy, wouldn't it? Oh, bit of grass in that. Let's get the grass off. We don't want we like our grass-fed butter, but we don't want grass in it, do we? All right. So we'll get one of these juicy kangaroo steaks. And don't forget his little brother over here. Make sure that's on there too. And stack it up with some of these mushies that have been cooked in some butter. Sorry guys, as I said, I don't have a tripod here, so I'm kind of doing it one hand at the moment. You get the picture. It'll all go down the hatch the same way. So, let's get some of these. Got that fire slowly picking up again in the background. And I'm surprised it still hasn't cooled down here yet. I thought it would have by now. Look at that. Alright. Oop, sorry, you're out of view. Lucky. I'm dropping mushrooms everywhere. Let's get some rocket. Now I would have liked a little bit of sauce on here of some sort of a cheese or something. It would have been nice. Just would have finished it off. Maybe like a bit of garlic. I like a bit of Lebanese garlic. Some of that toum for all our Lebanese viewers out there. That's probably enough. Yeah, a bit of garlic on here would have been good, eh? Especially because I don't have to worry about sleeping with anyone here, except the kangaroos. But there we go, guys. So let's try and flip it around. Let's set this up so you can see me eat. All right, let's dig in, guys. Wow. Oh man. That's some chewy kangaroo. But it's cooked through. Nice garlic taste. These Turkish breads are a bit too thin though. They kind of fall apart a bit. It's good though. As I said, I probably would have liked some sauce or something on it. Maybe some cheese of some sort. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish this off and catch you later on, guys. Well, it's getting dark here now, and I brought the headlight out because the sun's now setting. Interestingly, I just had two gents walk past, and I think they're going further down off this trail to get in here. They're just going a bit further past here to camp as well. So all day I've had no one around. It's been just me, full solitude, but it appears we've got some company, but they're pretty far away anyway. So but yeah, so that's about it really. So I'm gonna kick back, relax, and watch a bit of this bush telly. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye.